morning, everyone. How are you doing? Oh, I've just realised I didn't do a mic check. 1 2 1 2. Ah, yes, the thing's going up and down, so you must be able to hear me. There you go. 'Tis Monday. Set your intention. It's Monday, the 9th of August, and I've got my coffee. I nearly finished my coffee actually, because a state of panic set in when you quickly log on to LinkedIn and realise that your boss's boss has watched your video on returning to the workplace, and what is better, working at home or working in the office. And suddenly you think, damn, what did I say? Damn, Joe. It was all good. It was all good. It was all good. Anyway, so there you go. So I watched that. So I'm late to the table, and I must start at 9. I must start at 9. Let me tell you where I'm at the minute, because it kind of fits with this set your intention and then pay attention thing. Um, I struggled last week with productivity. I struggled to stay focused. Everything. The Olympics was on as well, which didn't help. So yeah, I'd walk through from the garden room here into the house, and I'd go to put the kettle on, and I don't know, the 1500 meters would be on or something, and you think, I'll just watch this, and then and then something else happens, and you think, well, I'll just watch that, and then you've lost an hour, and then you think, well, it's not really worth starting anything now. So anyway, I was having a productivity roadblock last week, I suppose. And one of the problems is I'm off work at the minute. I've taken a chunk of time off because I've got this dissertation to write. Um, so I'm doing that. And actually, the reality of the situation is, because of the way I do things, as you can imagine, I want this finished by the end of August, because it's not due at the end of September. But I want to give myself some slippage space, so I want to finish by the end of August. And I mapped out my time as any good productivity focused person would. I mapped out my time. When am I going to do my research for this chapter? When am I going to write this chapter of it? When am I going to, and all that kind of stuff? When am I going to do my data analysis? When am I going to write that up? When am I going to do my reading for um, methodologies? Heavy going. When am I going to do all of that? So I've got all those things to do, and I've mapped them out. But I've struggled, and I know we all struggle with this. You're kind of conning yourself psychologically, aren't you? I'm conning myself that the end date's the end of August, but I know when there's time to think about it, I know that the end date's actually September, but then I get panicky because I think, well, September's going to be really busy, I'll be back at work, it's the start of the new academic term, so September's quite a busy month. And I think, just get your head down and get this bloody done. Get this thing done, man. And then, you know, the 10,000 meters is on, or the boxing's on, or something. Oh, I'll watch this. So anyway, I need to start at 9 o'clock. It's 2 minutes to go. It's not going to happen, is it? So I need to really set my intention this week. My intention was to write about 500 words a day. Was what I ended up with. I had this heady idea of 200 words an hour, which was a bit adventurous. Setting your goals are really important. Setting realistic goals are really important. And 200 words an hour, it's not a lot, and it isn't a lot if you're just writing. Do you know what I mean? If you just think, I'll write about the Olympics. Well, you could write 200 words. 200 words is dead easy. But when you've got to research it and reference it and all that kind of thing, it takes a lot longer. So I've got this. So I'm setting my intention. And the reason I'm setting my intention to try and get. Thanks, Zeta. I'll give you a like for that. Thank you. Yes, I can do it. That's right, I can. Except I know I'm going to go and put the kettle on after this. But no, I can. You're right. Stick with me. You're right. Absolutely. I can do this. And I'm well into it, to be fair. But I reckon last week I could have had another 1,500 words really easily had I not procrastinated. And as we know, procrastination is the art of ruining your life for no apparent reason. My favourite procrastination quote. The art of ruining your life for no apparent reason. So I haven't quite ruined it yet, because it's only the 9th of August. You know what I mean? So I've still got nearly 3 full weeks. I've got some stuff to do in week 3. I've got nearly 3 full weeks to try and get this done. and then it'll be lovely because then it'll be done, won't it? And then I mean, I can spend September just proofreading it on a weekend and stuff and tidying it up and stuff. Anyway, so it's important to set your intention, because if you don't know what your intention is, then how do you pay attention to that task? So if my intention this week, which it is to get the methods thing written, 2,000 words, and somehow tiptoe into this flipping methodology thing. Do you know what I mean? It's not a questionnaire. You know what I mean? It's quantitative. Job done. But no, it's got to be 2,000 words. Anyway, so I'm setting my intention. And one of the other things that sprung to mind, because if I'm being honest, I'm having a bit of a mental block with the methodology thing, as you can probably hear. But not with the methods thing. I've got loads of stuff on the methods thing. I read loads of stuff last week on the methods thing. So it's like, so when you're struggling with something, one of the key things to keep your productivity motor when you're struggling with something, when you're struggling with the big picture, is to do the bit that you kind of know what to do with. So do that bit, and then at the very least you're moving forward, and then you've got more psychological energy to then focus on the bit that you need to kind of figure out. Do you know what I mean? So I'm setting my intention on paying attention. But as you've probably spotted, one of the problems with um, staying focused is it's actually hard work. It's not easy. It's not easy to do this paying attention thing, and that's why your environment's everything. That's why setting your intention through your environment and your environmental cues, through trying to stay, trying to motivate yourself to stay focused, because of the end result. I mean, that's one of the other things, isn't it? One of the problems I find when I talk to people, and I do it myself, is we tend to ruminate about the past and the future, don't we? We sit and we ponder and we think, why did that go like that? Why did that do that? Why did that thing happen? Why did he say that? Why did I say that? We ruminate about the past. And we also ruminate about the future. I spent all last week, I suppose, and this is probably, I'm probably figuring this out myself. I ruminated all last week, probably because I was thinking, what on earth am I going to do with this methodology thing? I need to write about epistemology and ontology and these big words that are just baffling. I need to write about these big words. So I was ruminating about that. How am I going to do that? How am I going to do that? Because I don't. The problem is, you see, these days I often write about stuff I know quite a bit about. When I'm writing about self-care and all that kind of thing, it kind of just flows because I know a lot about it. I don't know a lot about methodology. I know that those big words are important, but that's about it. Anyway, so we ruminate about the future. Now, that's not the same. That's different, because I say this when I do presentations sometimes. And people say, yeah, but you're telling me to kind of plan for the future. Well, ruminating about the future and planning for the future are two quite different things, aren't they? Planning is bringing the future into the present to do something with it, to organise it, to structure it, so that when you get there, it's all laid out and ready for you. But in the planning of it, um, once you've got it planned, it helps you leave it alone. It helps you put it to one side. Um, so, which means you can then focus more effectively on the task that's in front of you. So, setting your intention, even if that setting of intention, and I've done a bit of this morning actually. Setting your intention is like what am I going to do about this methodology issue? What am I going to do about it? So what I've done is I've set my intention, but I've pushed it back. I've thought, right, I need to get out of business this week. I'm going to write the methods thing. I've pushed the methodology thing back to the end of the week when I've set myself some time aside to do some reading. So I've controlled it. So now I'm satisfied with that. I'm satisfied with that because it's now under control. And what we know is that managed incomplete tasks, managed and incomplete tasks drain psychological capacity less than unmanaged incomplete tasks. So if a task is incomplete and you haven't controlled it in some way, it's going to sap your psychological energy more than if you've at least controlled it in some way. So I've controlled that methodology beast now, that caused me to procrastinate and watch the Olympics last week. And I'm gonna nail this methods chapter. We'll see. Anyway, so setting your intention is really important. setting your intention and then paying attention. And part of it's this visualization of your future, this planning for the future, so you can put it to bed and leave it alone while you get on with the thing you need to get on with today. So it's 9:04. My calendar has beaten at me already to say, Stephen, you should be writing your methods chapter now. Crack on. So I'm going to quickly go and pop the kettle on, make a cup of tea, and come back and get my head into that writing. And today I'm going to write 700 words. Dun dun dun. See you tomorrow.